Gotcha Force is getting a revolutionary reboot? Hear me out. This might be the best Nintendo Switch selling game of history. Based on what's being said about this cult classic reboot, we're talking an expansive battlefield and universe with brand new characters, new toys, and unlimited selections of customizable options. I just hope this is true, and for God's sakes, please let it be on Steam. I don't want to buy a Switch for this. I would genuinely crash out. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. A game where you have to face and avoid legendary horror icons? Hear me out. Codenamed Horrorcore, and by the description, is a dreamlike horror experience where you have to escape the horror icons in their respective stories. Somehow this game is doing the impossible by getting all the licenses for almost legendary slashers and demons, monsters, and movies and beyond. This studio has to have FU money, and allegedly they got the idea from watching horror content creators such as Burleezy, Corey X Kenshin, Dashy Games, to even modern popular streamers like Queso. If you ever wanted to blow up or get into the gaming scene, don't miss your chance to blow. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. A mixed martial arts game where you use powers and abilities? Hear me out. So this project caught my attention because it takes real fighters in MMA, but the spin is it's like an anime or a manga or some kind of weird mixture of both. Taking fighters from around the world, aiming mostly at organizations like the UFC, Bellator, and even PFL. The example I was given was, imagine Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira fighting their iconic rivalry, but Alex has legit stone hands and Izzy can summon different elements, and no, not like Tekken. This is legit in the octagon like setting, and I don't know if this will have hyper realistic graphics or not, but I am interested nonetheless. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. Arc System is making an official licensed NFL game? Hear me out. What in the hell, Ojo, is going on? This better be fake news, cause how would this even work? Somebody was snorting that cocaine and say, hey, let's make an NFL game like the classic 8-bit one that was massively popular and people have been begging for a long time. Let's also exaggerate the tackles, running, and jukes to make it like the 90s Shonen Jump classic Ice Shield, and also give the player super moves to make it even more incredibly hype for no reason, but to make people lose their minds. Oh, and finally, let's make iconic intros to rival teams in Super Bowl events, even way back in the golden era. You know what? Forget what I just said. Make that game like yesterday. This game isn't even real, but hearing all that is making me more mad that it's not. Bring that anime game. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. A game where your camera is a weapon of mass destruction? Hear me out. Codenamed Project Butterfly, and inspired by that anime where the protagonist turned his camera into a weapon. I think it's called Speed Grapher. In this game, your daughter has been kidnapped and you are traveling along a huge road to find her. You might have lost the last part of your late wife, but you were able to grab this device which ironically looks like a classic camera. This camera is a powerful weapon that can destroy whatever you aim at it, and as the game progresses you get upgrades, power boosts to defeat enemies, bosses, and more. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. The gaming industry is about to crash and nobody can stop it. This could be solved if these companies stop hiring people who don't like gamers or just want to make everything about politics. I mean, I can understand being frustrated, but when your obsession takes over the plot of the entire lore of a game, my patience goes out the window. People just want to be entertained. Now we can't even get that without someone being offended. But let's be honest here, guys. It's been 10 years, and even longer than that. Yo, it's the Chief, and it'll mean a lot to me and the channel if you like, subscribe, and share the content with your family and friends. Thanks again, and now back to the video. A boxing game, but it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Hear me out. This boxing game is licensed by the company that made the legendary toy game Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and it's got a very interesting angle to it. From what I'm hearing, it has a real steel-like design where you as the player, a human, pilot a robot and box, but you can literally destroy your opponents to where they become a bucket of bolts and broken parts. This take is way more brutal than the kids game, and is set to have multiple customizable parts of the fighter bots, as well as being easy to play but hard to master. Yeah, this game is going to be sweaty, especially for the fighting game and boxing community. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. Prototype is getting a hard reboot / continuation. Hear me out. This was a pleasant surprise because I did hear about this in the underground channels back in like 2020, and it seems it's coming to fruition. This game takes place in the same setting as the first, But here's the twist. You can now play as two characters. One is a parkour/MMA fighter who is trying to make ends meet. The other is a female police officer and detective who's been trying to stop the biggest assignment ever. The kicker is they are siblings and don't know it. The final twist I can't legally talk about, but they both have the same abilities as the OG main, which if you can read between the lines, then you get it. Way bigger budget, more destruction, powers and abilities, quote, let there be carnage. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. Infamous is getting a hard reboot. Hear me out. This is one of my most anticipated games and it's not even confirmed yet. Y'all don't understand the enjoyment I had as a kid swinging an electric sword. Now we're getting a well-needed reboot with new graphics and visuals, a retelling of the story with more action and new surprises. I need this game to make me feel like Zeus, and I'm not kidding. Add more electric abilities. Shoot, give me some static shock tricks as well. Let's go balls to the walls. I am ready. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. A sci-fi-like shooter and exploration game inspired by the golden age of films? Hear me out. This project has me hyped to high key. Codenamed Project Jericho. It looks like the game I've been waiting for the past like 20 years. Peep game. This whole iteration is a literal fever dream. The creatures, robotic features, and designs have me like, yeah, this the one. You explore the galaxy, but everything is so high quality. It's like a better, more high quality version of Star Wars/Star Trek. Then they added some swag to it. Instead of it being a complete game, there will be chapters you explore. Look, before you get mad, it's not a money grab, but each one has so much content. Think Elden Ring, but space. Yeah, it's pretty much over. I wouldn't be surprised if this game becomes a franchise or a legendary hit movie, TV series, or even an anime. Trust me when I say, anyone else releasing in the same time window, you're cooked. On my father's grave, this is the one. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. A horror game that turns nursery rhymes into horrific nightmares? Hear me out. Codenamed Paradise Nightmares. This might be the most creative horror game in years. I'd say it has FNAF potential. Why? Each developer turns their favorite children's nursery rhyme into a horror story full of supernatural events. I'm not gonna lie, I saw a slight demonstration and I have never, and I'll say it again, never felt that scared or eerie in my life. Seeing a horror game like that, it was genuinely tweaking me the F out. The atmosphere and the fact that you literally recognize the kid's story in real time as you play it. This could become a franchise that explores many stories from unique horror angles from around the world and even different cultures. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below. Capcom is making a big budget Strider Hear game? Hear me out. Let me get this straight. Capcom just said, F it. You get a game. You get a game. All our Diamond franchises get a game. And it's about goddamn time. This game should have happened back in the early 2000s. I don't mean the 2014 version. But hey, I'm blessed to see this day nonetheless. Before anyone asks, it's not a Souls-like, but a new genre entirely. They are trying to make a new thing, and I'm all here for it. Hell, let's call it a Strider-like to add the cherry on top. The only thing I know is that it's gonna be some top-level sci-fi ninja-ish going down, and action combat will be insane. Is this a game you'd play? Does it spark your interest? And most importantly, is it even real or just a dumb rumor? Tell me how you feel down below.
I just place pussy all on my face. Money down for my case. I can't let life straight. I can't let life straight. Yeah, you know this shit been good. And you know I'm from the head. But I made it out there. But I made it out the woods. Smoking on dope every day as I should. Counting on money every day as I should. Fucking on hoes every day as I should. I'ma be bossy, I feel like shit. Don't care about cost, I'ma make this flood. Acting bad, baby, bitch, right on that. My nigga walked in, had a heart attack. I'm 800, I'm part of that. We gotta say, I was gonna follow back. We shoot at these niggas, no popping back. I'm hitting that trigger on